Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Thomas, also known as Sarah the Teacher. If we're not already connected on Twitter, let's do so. My website is sarahjanethomas.com, Facebook / Sarah the Teacher, etc., etc., etc. Blog sarahtheteacher.com. And also wanted to give a huge shout out to the GEG Google Educators Group for the DC metro area. The short link is down there. For any of you who are interested, who are watching this video, who are not already a part of our fun group, then I want to extend this invitation to you because we talk about a lot of different things. We have different challenges, and we're learning together, and it's just so much fun. So please join us. You don't have to live in DC. Actually, a lot of people don't. So we'd love to have your input, and we'd love to have your expertise in the group. So all of us are leaders there. We're all stepping up and sharing our knowledge and asking questions and bouncing ideas off each other. So this video is a Tech Tuesday, and it's dedicated to one of the members of our group, Crystal Morgan. So shout out to you, Crystal. She had a question about how to use Class Dojo. She's using Class Dojo, and we use Class Dojo to gamify the Google Educators Group. So since it is the beginning of the school year, or it's about to be for those of us in my district, Prince George's County, then here is a great tool that I'd like to share with you guys called Class Dojo, and it has totally helped me out in terms of my teaching. When I first started, many years ago, Class Dojo wasn't yet around, and as a new teacher, then one of the things I struggled with was how to control my class, things of that nature. Everybody struggles with that their first year, their first maybe 2 years or whatever. But if Class Dojo were around, then it would have helped me tremendously, and it'll help you too. Even now, as a veteran, this is year 10 for me, so even now it works wonders with my class. And we also use it in different senses. You can use it with adults to help gamify professional development or professional learning. Excuse me, professional learning, and it helps to make learning really fun and exciting, and it helps bring that gamified element into the class to or professional learning opportunity to help engage people, because everyone likes to win. Everyone likes competition. They like getting that reward, that instant feedback that they see through Class Dojo. So I'm going to walk you guys through the steps of getting set up on Class Dojo. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Share. Here we go. Many windows. Okay, I just got off that. All right. So I went to the Class Dojo website, which is over here, classdojo.com. And if you are brand new, then you want to go ahead and click this sign up link and sign up as a teacher. And once you start setting students up, then they'll be able to sign up as well. You'll be able to give students the codes for their parents, so the parents will be able to sign up. And it's really great because it helps with the transparency in the class. I had one parent last year. I guess I'll share my screen for a sec, or I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. Last year, I had one parent who told me that she really loved Class Dojo, and when she saw her child getting those positive points, you know, it really helped his self-esteem. And if he slipped up and got a negative point, then okay, you know, she was aware of the situation, and she was more able to correct it. So parents love Class Dojo, kids love Class Dojo, I love Class Dojo, everybody loves Class Dojo. So let me go back to Class Dojo. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys one more time. Okay, so you will sign up as a teacher, and once you click on this, it'll just ask you to put in your information. So you just fill it out, you know, you put in your password, you plan to use Class Dojo as what, a teacher or an administrator, whatever you are, and then you would click on where it says get started. Me, I already have an account, so I am going to log in, teachers, and yep, I love Chrome, it just saves my info for me. So I'm going to log in as a teacher, and here you see my little mugshot looking picture. This is from a few years ago when I was back in my old school and I was doing a little fashion show or whatever. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just ignore that picture. But down here you can edit your profile. You can change your photo, which I'm sure that I'll be doing soon because I'm not really feeling this anymore. But you can change a bunch of different things on here, your time zone, change your password, etc. Down here you see that I'm a Class Dojo mentor. So there's also a mentorship program. If you get really good at it, then you can be the mentor for your school, which I am, as you can see right there. And down here, they have tips for us mentors, how to introduce it, ways to use it, ideas for class-wide rewards. We'll come back to this. So as you can see right here, I already have a group set up, the DC Metro Area GEG. So let's take a quick look at that. So here you see everybody that's in the Google Educators group. I'm using this currently with adults online. So you see their points. This is an example of how it looks in action. Let me just kind of go around the screen and show you what it is. So right here on Classroom, then you get an overview of your classroom. For reports, then you can check on each student and see who got what points for this week. You can have different points set up and see who got what. You can even click on different people's names and see what they got their points for. So right now it's set to only this week, but you can change it to all time, custom date range, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Over here on messages, you can get different messages from parents and students. You can even send nice notes home to all parents or to individual parents, etc., etc., etc. Now over here where it says edit class, this is cool. This is where you get to edit your students. So I'm going to take you through this in a second. You can add people. You can delete them. Basic info, you can change your icon. I'm going to take you through this in just a second. You even get to customize your behaviors, as you see here. I've customized these behaviors to the group. It has some defaults that I'm going to show you in just a second, but you'll be able to edit those. There's even needs work ones. We don't use these in the GEG because, you know, we're all about, you know, nobody does any of this crazy stuff in here. But, you know, it could be very helpful for students if you're with students. And let me see. Over here, display settings, you can change the size of the avatars, so you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can sort them, lots of different things here. Timer, you can create a class timer or countdown, like let's say it's warm-up time. So you can start your timer and it'll count down your warm-up. I'm going to hide the timer. You can even take attendance. I'm going to show you that in a second. You can pick a random student. This is really, really cool. Very similar to equity sticks if you all have used those. This is awarding multiple students. Reset bubbles as takes the points away from everybody. So I don't want to mess with this. We have a good system here. I'm not going to mess with the DC GEG people because they would probably all jump me if I did. So let me leave that alone. It's even better if I show you how to add your own class. So you go over here to where it says add your class and you click on this. Now it's going to give you this information that pops up. So you can change your class icon. You can make it random if you want. You can always go back and change it the way that I showed you before. But let's say I like this one right here. So select a year, so whatever grade level. For adults, I put it for other. You can select the subject, you know, general education, whatever, and then name a class. I'm going to call this one test, so I know that I can get rid of it when I'm done. And I'm going to click next. So from here, you're going to add your students. You can import them from a school roster, copy them from a list. I haven't really done these. I just kind of enter the kids' names. So let's see. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, who else? Jada Pinkett, Will Smith. Who else? Who else? Who else? Let's get Denzel up in there. And one more, Zoe Saldana. And these are my favorite actors and actresses, in case you haven't noticed. But okay, so here we can customize the behaviors. If I already have other classes set up, then I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I could always import behaviors from another class. So I could import the GEG behaviors. I don't necessarily want to do that right now. Let's look at the defaults. We have helping others, on task, participating, persistence, teamwork, working hard, all of those great things that we want to see from our students. We can, if we don't want these, we can click on them and delete them. And it's gone away. Or we can click on it and edit it. We can change our icon. They have all of these lovely default things here. And you can name the behavior. Flying a plane. I don't know. I'm just being totally random right now. And then you have the option to weight it. So you can give it any number of points from 1 to 5. So let's say flying a plane is very important in my class. So that's 5 points. So let me get rid of all these defaults here because I want to put my own in. Okay, so I could either edit them or I could just add a new one. What else can we give them? Movie premiere. Let's make this worth 3 points. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Did a puzzle. These are so lame. Oh my goodness. But it's okay. For the purposes of this video, it's fine. So let's leave this at 1 point. Just so you can see. Right here, there's no... Over here, you see it says +5 because that's how many points it's worth. Over here, it says +3 because that's how many points it's worth. Did a puzzle, you don't see anything because it's only worth 1 point. Now, let's look at these need work behaviors. So bullying, I like that. Let's keep that. And bullying is very, very bad. So you lose 5 points when you bully. If you disrespect me, that is bad. 5 points off. No homework? No homework. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Okay, 1 point. 1 point is fine. Let's customize some of our own here. I'm gonna delete these. Okay. So let's see here. Your movie sucks. With a C. So 4 points. Of course, I wouldn't say that to any of the actors or actresses I mentioned because I love all of their movies. And FYI, if any of you watch this and you ever come to the DC area, I'm totally down to hang out or whatever. You know, just call me, Denzel. I'll pick up the phone. So, okay, anyway, save and close. So now it's going to ask me to download parent invitation codes. Let's say that I want to send home Angelina's parents' code thingy. So you see down here, it downloaded as a PDF, and when I open it, okay, well, here's Jada Pinkett's. So this is Jada Pinkett's code. She can go to this link and sign up as a student, and then she'll be able to change her monster. Her parents can go to this, they can go to classdojo.com and sign up as a parent and use this parent code. And there's even the option to download the app, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. And down here at the bottom, you see that they have a little nice report that they generated that Jada Pinkett's parents can sign, that they have signed up to receive reports. You can give the kids a grade for turning that in if you want. Not really necessary per se, just because, you know, you'll already know if the parents are on there or not. So, so yeah, totally cool. Anyway, let's go to our test class. Let's jump in. Oh, really quickly, you can also share this with another teacher by just putting their email in. So let's say that you have like a co-teacher or something like that, then you can share with your co-teacher. Let's see here, edit class, invite parents and students, archive class. When you're done with it, you see I have 12 archive classes here because I used it for the past 2 years with my students. So all their classes are archived down there. So anyway, let's go into test. So here we go. We have our test class. So I'm not going to go back through everything. I'm just going to kind of show you how it works. So let's say that you're doing class and Angelina, she flies a plane. Yay, Angelina, you have 5 points. Woo woo! Brad, you had a movie premiere. Yay! Denzel, you did a puzzle. And Jada, Will, Zoe, whatever. Let's not give Zoe any points. Not to take anything away from Zoe because she's awesome, but just for the purposes of this. So Zoe Saldana, if you see this and I didn't give you a point, then I'm sorry. I still think you're awesome. This is just for demonstration purposes. All right. So let's say that I'm in my class right now and we are checking over a homework assignment. And I want to get the answer. Okay, so Angelina, what did you get for number 4? I just clicked on that random, and then she's going to answer. And let's say I have something over here that says participation, which I would have had if I hadn't deleted it. Then I could click on that, and yay, Angelina will get a point. Right now I'm going to click on did a puzzle just so you see what happens. Okay, so she gets a point, and there's this nice little thing that pops up at the bottom, and she can tell that she got a point. It also makes a sound, but right now I have headphones connected, so you won't be able to hear it. But it's really cool. What I like to do is just like during warm-up time or whatever, then I'll like walk around and randomly give kids points, and they'll all hear the sound and look up and be like, oh, okay, I got a point, you know, so it's really cool. Let's say we're taking attendance. Everybody's here except for Denzel, so I click on him. He's not here. So now look, he's grayed out. When I go to random, it's not going to pick Denzel. Okay, I can also, if Denzel comes in late, then I can go back and mark him tardy with this little orange thingy. Okay, and save attendance, and there we go. Yay. So there I have an attendance record as well. Now let's say that I am teaching my class, and I have small groups going, and we have the 3 guys together in a group and the 3 girls together. So let's say that the 3 guys are doing great work. Great job, guys. You all flew a plane together. Congratulations. 3 students got +5 for flying a point. Now let's say the ladies, whoops, are being a little chatty. Actually, let me do something else. All right, so let's say Zoe by herself is being chatty, and she didn't bring her homework. See that? Zoe has a -1. It's possible to give kids negative points, but I don't want that. So I'm gonna undo the last one because I want us to stay positive in this class. So yeah. So let's say that the ladies are being off task. Angelina, Jada, Zoe, you are all being off task. So I'm gonna click on their names and click on Give Award and go to Needs Work. Let's see. Well, let's say they're bullying each other. So all of them are bullying. All of them get points off. Boo-hoo. All right, I'm going to undo last because I hate seeing that negative by the name of one of my favorites. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. What else can I show you guys here? So I can go back and look at the reports. Once the kids sign up, then we'll know. It'll show us how many kids have been connected. And when the parents sign up, we'll see how many kids have been connected. And then I can go back here to edit class. No, I'm sorry. My bad. Back to classroom. Let's say that I totally messed up. I want to start from scratch, or everybody leveled up, so everybody's points go back to 0. I don't have to go click on all of them and start clicking negatives. No. All I have to do is click on Reset Bubbles, and I can reset the students' bubbles. I can select all of them and click on Reset Bubbles, or I can do that for just a few of them. Like, let's say one kid, let's say that the kids level up at 50, or for the purposes of this class, let's say they level up at 8. So everybody who has 8, guess what? You're back down to 0. You get to start again. Yay! Go you. All right. And it doesn't delete the data, like they said, because we can go back to reports and see what Brad did. Brad got his 8 points, so we can see that. And we can also leave comments for his parents. I loved your son in Benjamin Button. Fantastic. Oh, if I could spell. Let me not. So when Brad's parents log in, they can see I loved your son in Benjamin Button. Now, let me show you something that's super cool. Now, in order to do this, let me share my face. Infinite windows. Oh, my goodness. Okay, here I come. Here I come. Never fear. All right, I'm back. So let's say that you don't want to be standing at the front of your room clicking on stuff on your laptop every 5 seconds. So all you have to do is go to either the Google Play Store or the App Store and type in Class Dojo, like so, and it'll come up with this lovely stuff here. And then you can just download it to your phone. And then it'll ask you to sign in. And when you do that, then guess what? Drumroll, please. It's signing me in. And I have my test group right there that I can click on. And then when I get here, I have options as well. I have start class, which we want. I have messaging, where I can send messages like I showed you before. I can check reports on the fly. I can edit the bubbles, and I can even take attendance now straight from my cell phone. So it's pretty cool. But let me show you guys another magic trick. This will blow your mind. Well, not really, but maybe it will. I don't know. All right, so first of all, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm going to click on where it says Start Class. It's kind of hard to see, but with the little green monster guy, very first option, Start Class. Okay, so now I have my class. They're all up here. So far, so good. Excellent. Sharing my screen one more time. Infinite windows. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. So now, watch. You see my mouse? You see my mouse? I'm leaving my mouse alone. I put it right there. Now, Angelina, good job. You did a movie premiere. Bam! Just like that from my cell phone. Let's give Zoe some points because I've been picking on her all day. You flew a plane, Zoe? Look at you. And what else did you do? You had a movie premiere. Oh, my goodness. Wow, look at that. Straight from my phone. My mouse has not moved. I'm doing this right on my phone, and it is awesome. So that helps me out a lot in class. I can just walk around, give the kids points. Fantastico. So now I'm going back to my home screen. I'm going to go ahead and archive this class. I don't really need it. So, yep. Let's look down here. Some ideas for class-wide rewards using Class Dojo. Um, Over here, there's weekly assistant badges. There's a class economy. You can look at all this cool stuff. The students earn the opportunity to change their avatar, class leaders, etc., etc., etc. Trade points for rewards. Bunch of different stuff. So, you'll be able to see that when you set up your Class Dojo. I'll tell you how I used it in the past, and I'll also tell you why I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, so let me share my face because this is a very serious moment. Yes. Okay, so the way that I used to use Class Dojo when I first started is that every 100 points the kids would level up, and they would be able to come up for a pizza party. So that was our very first year, and I was paying money. I don't know how much pizza these kids had, but every week I was getting about 6 pizzas, and it wasn't very friendly on my pocketbook or my waistline. So pizzas are not necessarily the best thing, even though the kids get all hype about it. Oh my goodness! But so last year when I was using it, then my principal, we spoke about it. She was just like, I really like the Class Dojo. I really like the incentives you're giving the kids. But since we're a healthy school, can we do something other than pizza this year? And I was just like, all right, cool. So I brought my Xbox Connect to the school. And every 100 points, we would use, we would play, whatchamacallit, that thing where the kids dance, just dance or whatever it's called. Yeah, so we do that, and they could battle each other at lunchtime. The only problem with that is that once the kids tended to kind of level up all at once for the most part. Like you'd have maybe 5 or 7 kids per class in a class of 20 that would hit that 100 mark. And then after that, then you'd have kids trickling in here and there. But it got to the point where we had like this accumulated list of kids on who had hit that level, and we didn't get to everybody by the end of the year. So I got to put up this lovely resource one more time. In this Google Educators group, our very first week, well, every week we have different topics. So our first weekly topic was gamification, and got to give a huge shout out to Chris Aviles. He was also he was in my cohort for a Google Teacher Academy this past June, and this dude is like a gamification wizard. So he broke it down to us in the group. He gave us the good knowledge, and his thing, you should check him out, Tech Up Teacher on Twitter, at TECHEDUP Teacher. Yeah, you know how to spell teacher. Not the way I spell teacher, obviously. But yeah, check him out. But he broke it down to us that really all this stuff, we don't have to come out of pocket for that, because even though the kids really like it, then it's not really what matters to them in the grand scheme of things. So what I'm thinking of doing this year for using Class Dojo is to let the kids kind of trade in their points, like the teacher was saying, for the class economy, but for different things. So, okay, actually, let me bring it back. Got to bring it back. I'm going to actually use a multi-tier level like I did last year. I gamify my class through Google Sites. So this year I am going to bring, I'm going to make it more collaborative. We're going to have teams on Google Sites, but we're still going to keep Class Dojo points individual. So the Class Dojo points for each student will go towards the team total that we're keeping track of in Google Sites, along with other things. But from these accumulated team points, the teams will be able to buy certain privileges. For example, they'll be able to have access to certain projects that may have been off limits to the rest of the class, because that's going to give them, some access, which was one of Chris's 4 things that kids really dig, that all of us are really motivated by. So they'll have access to special projects, special assignments. They really love, taking the iPad out and creating with that. So, they might be able to buy some iPad creation time or things of that nature, just things that will end up benefiting them in the long run. So that's how I'm planning to kind of evolve this year in terms of my gamification and my Class Dojo practice. But that is that's one of the topics we talked about in the GEG. So please join us. We would love to have you. Just feel free to sign up there on that link at the bottom of the screen. But that's about it for me. If you have any questions regarding Class Dojo or anything gamified, anything, blogging, anything, I would love to connect with you on Twitter. That's my info right there. Sarah the Teacher. There's a story behind that, but I'll spare you guys. My website is right there, sarahjanethomas.com. And if you click on there under videos and bonuses, then you'll find a video about how I gamified my class in 5 easy steps that anyone can do on a limited or no budget. Big shout out to Shelly Terrell. We presented on that at ISTE as well. Facebook page is right there. I push out some announcements every now and then. My blog, sarahtheteacher.com, got some stuff on there about gamification and anything else that pops into my head. And one more time, just drilling this into your head because, yeah, I really want you guys to join this. I really do. It's free and it's fun. Come on, guys. All right. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces!